while you're thinking about positive beliefs you are nurturing, I'm going to begin to talk about daily practices that dovetails with this action you are taking. Maybe one of your positive beliefs about yourself is that you have some daily practices that help keep you at your best. So now go to a new page in your journal and make some notes about daily practices. People on a spiritual path often have a set of daily practices. Many members of our tribe already do. As Pierre Teilhard de Chardin said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. You are inherently spiritual already. You don't have to transform to become more spiritual than you already are, but you may need to recognize it and really see the divinity in yourself. How do you place your attention on your spirituality to bring your awareness of your spirituality into everyday living? Teresa gave me a beautiful book years ago about living spiritually every day, and here it is. It's titled Spiritual Literacy, Reading the Sacred in Everyday Life, and it's by Frederick and Marianne Brissat. It is a profound book for me because it helps me understand that fully experiencing and appreciating the moment with gratitude and awareness, whatever that moment may be, is spiritual living. I now seek moments of daily joy, and those are the experiences I end up noting in my gratitude journal. Spirituality is connecting to the presence, an awareness of and experiencing of oneness. While spiritual practices and mindful habits may not be necessary to living a spiritual life, I find they are joyful and so reinforcing. My daily routines serve as reminders to keep my attention in the now, so that I wake up to the gift and miracle of life that's in each moment. So while we are all participating in the Soul Artist experience together as a tribe, I suggest we participate to the extent we are each able and called to in similar practices. So you now have access to some new additional meditations. There's a 20-minute recording for each day of the week you can choose to listen to. It's a spiritual law taken from another of my beloved books, Deepak Chopra and David Simon's book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Yoga. In the recording of the meditations, we do a daily pranayama because, as we have experienced, breathing brings us into the present moment. It's great for your mind and body, and it deepens your meditation practice. And for each daily law, there are some affirmations of the day. There's a different meditation, as I said, for each day of the week, and a different mantra for each day. And if you prefer to drop in and connect with spirit in other ways, like prayer or spending focused time creating in your journal or writing in your journal, that's fine too. Choose practices that are right for you. But I also encourage you to try new practices on for size from time to time. Many of you already developed your own practices over time, and I will appreciate hearing about the daily practices you treasure. From time to time, I notice that I like to change things up to keep my spiritual practice fresh and vibrant, and so it is likely that we will inspire each other. Let's talk about some daily practices that people who are on a spiritual path often include. One is morning intentions. This is about setting an intention for the day. It might be as simple as sending light to the day for the highest and greatest good by doing some sun salutations, or simply asking that your day be filled with ease and grace. Another variation is that you hand the day over to Spirit so that you may be used in joyful service. Our law of the day is this type of intention. Of course, I'm going to talk about meditation. For me, meditation is incredibly important, and for years now I have meditated morning and afternoon, and those times for me are lovely bookends to my day that I cherish and I look forward to. Another daily practice is communing with nature. When I am in nature or inspired by beauty, it's a feeling of instant peace and aliveness. I am in awe of creation and grateful for life. Fresh air, flowers, birds, sunshine, trees blowing in the wind, the smell of different perfumes in the air benefits your body, mind, and spirit. And I feel fortunate to live where I can take time outside every day. Practicing gratitude, we will dive deeper on this soon today. Feeling grateful instantly gives me perspective and moves me into a compassionate, heart-centered space Every day, I give thanks to keep myself from taking for granted my health, my family, and the love, freedom, and peace in life. Keeping my gratitude journal is a practice that tangibly helps me notice, appreciate, and remember. Another daily practice is trying to be here now. Life is a gift and a miracle, and I try to keep this in mind and stay present, even when I am doing everyday mundane tasks. I turn my attention inward and connect with Spirit throughout the day. This is simple, but blessing food. I now give thanks for my food and ask that my food be filled with healthy, loving energy. I try to eat mindfully, focusing on the taste, the textures, the colors, and the beauty of my food. Kirtan and chanting is another daily practice I love. In the past 4 years, I have added time every day to listen to kirtan and chant. This is a joyous time of my day, and I relish this moment in my life where I finally have time and space for this type of devotional practice. Yoga asanas is another beautiful daily practice. Just in the past few years, I've finally added yoga to my day. It has been a goal for me for many years, and I'm thrilled to be practicing daily now. In the Soul Artist Masterclass, if you continue to study with me after this year, we will add yoga to our daily practices. Many people find that adding asanas brings a new depth of awareness to their spirituality by bringing in greater body awareness and sending positive intentions to others. This is something that I recommend and I really like. I learned it from one of my teachers, Sandra Ingerman, a great shamanic teacher whom you may know and who is known to members of our tribe. I listened to this YouTube video that's linked in red in your workbook. It's titled Sending Intentions to Others. So the track that I have linked has specific vibrations. I listen to the track, I picture each person that I want to include in my intentions, and I send loving thoughts and directed energy to the highest and best outcome. I do this every day. If you choose to do this practice, it's important not to focus on anything negative. In other words, for somebody who's physically hurting, don't focus on their pain or their illness, but see them as strong, whole, and thriving. You can also direct this to yourself. Listen for even 5 minutes to this track and see him or her or yourself at their very best, healthy, whole, thriving, flourishing, capable, resilient. Many people swear by this practice, and part of the beauty is feeling very emotionally supported. So we're moving on to gratitude practices next. As Reverend Michael at Agape says, we get to a point where life fits around our spiritual practices rather than fitting spiritual practices into our lives. I realize that not everyone is in a place where they can devote so much time to spiritual practices, but I am grateful to be at that moment in my life. When we bring ourselves fully to each present moment, our life is the practice.